of like, did I have a good time on the set? Not so much like the character I played. Like, Hocus Pocus was a lot of fun. It was also really hard work. We were there for 6 months. There was kids, there was animation, there was flying, there was hair and makeup for 3 hours. There were parts of it. I'm gonna go right to Hocus Pocus and tell you my Hocus Pocus story. Sit down, hello. This will take 2.5 minutes. So growing up in San Diego, kind of poor, not thin, an odd girl. I had a I was a sycophant fan of Bette Midler's. I remember hearing her first song and freaking out. And then I started on my quest to meet her. And I did all these illegal things. I lived in San Diego. She would do a concert in LA, and we would take a bus up. She didn't have a lot of dough. And I remember I would sneak into the concert, and then afterwards, I would make one of those laminate things like you're wearing, like a laminate thing. I would make it at home and then walk right past the guards like this. I'm coming in, just walk in. And I walked in, and then the guards ran after me. And I met her, the first time was at the Hollywood Bowl, and there was a mountain of dirt, and I jumped off it onto the stage and ran with the guards after me. Yeah, crazy. And I'm opening all the doors, saying, where is she, where is she, where is she? And then there she was, sitting there on a leather couch with a ribbon and smoking a cigarette. And I said, hi. And she said, hello. And I said, I love you. And she said, thank you. And I said, you're welcome. And then she said, wait, what's your name? And I said, Kathy. She said, nice to meet you, Kathy. And I said, thank you, Bette. And then, boom, the guard grabbed me and dragged me out of the place. The second true Bette Midler story, which all leads up to Hocus Pocus, is that I used to work in San Diego at the singing telegram company. We used to do some dress up, and I couldn't quite fit into the messenger uniform, so I wore a big white furry bunny outfit that my friend had designed for Alice in Wonderland. So I went to that with my then boyfriend on the bus again, with a big furry thing on my lap. Got there, he did like the eyeliners, whiskers, and we went to the promoter and said, telegram, I'm singing telegram for Bette Midler. I didn't, I just lied again. Don't lie, children. Where is it? And so he made me wait for an hour after the show where all these, what I thought famous people were walking by, like Sylvester Stallone and Calvin Klein and all these people, and I couldn't hardly breathe. And it was so hot in this big, huge, furry rabbit outfit. And finally, after an hour, he said, Bunny, you can come back. And I hopped back through the hallway, and I opened the door, and she was surrounded by the famous people, and she's only 5'1", so I could barely see her. And so I started jumping up and down. I'm like, telegram for Bette Midler. And she looked up and she went, oh my God, 200-pound furry bunny. And so I sang her a song that I had written, that I wrote specialty lyrics for, and then I handed her the thing, and I said, and she said, she read it, it said, to Bette, I love you, Kathy. And she said, Kathy, who's Kathy? I said, I don't know who Kathy is, but I love you too. I love you too. And I hopped out to where my friend was waiting with the chauffeurs, and I passed out cold on the lawn. The next time I saw, and one time I stood in line, she signed a book to me, but then the next time I saw her was the first day of shooting of Hocus Pocus, where I played her sister. How about that?
Did you get to tell her the story?
Well, here's the deal. It's hard to tell your co-star that you're her sycophant crazy fan who stalked her and I broke into her New York apartment once, not her apartment, but the gate, because her dresser was there, and I knocked on the door and I gave her a piece of paper and I said the same thing over and over again. And so it must have been, so slowly as things were going, I would let things slip. Like I would say, oh my God, I know those shoes. You wore those in 1979 in Chicago at the concert. And she'd be like, oh. And, or like one time she goes, oh, I want you to meet Mary, my dresser. And I said, oh, I met Mary. I met her when I broke into your apartment on Barrett Street. So slowly she started learning that her co-star was also the crazy lady.
We're learning so much about you today.